Okay, here we go. Right, so everyone can still see and hear me okay? Just give me some thumbs. This is our main method of communication, the thumbs up system. Okay, so before we start, just to say you're all responsible for your own health and safety. So make sure you have a clear space free of any obstructions, and also make sure that you're working on a non-slip surface, preferably a yoga mat. Welcome to newcomers. And just to say, if you are new to this and new to exercise, don't worry if there's anything you can't do or you find difficult. Just don't stress about it. Do your best and just trust in the process. Over the coming weeks, you'll get better and things will become easier. Okay, right, so we're going to start with a warm-up. We're going to ease ourselves in gently. And then just to give you a little bit of idea about the structure of the session, we start with some interval training to get ourselves warmed up. And then we go into our yoga movements and we start to weave in some of the HIIT element into the yoga as well. So hopefully you will enjoy it. I'm sure you will, and you'll all be fine. So let's go. Oh, and hello to those of you who are accessing this via the recorded link after the session. Okay, so let's bring the feet wide and we'll start to swing the upper body, twisting at the waist and the torso. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed and the hips forward. And just allow the arms to swing and wrap around the body. And then we'll just slowly bring it back to the middle, and we're going to take some big shoulder rolls. Just warming up the shoulder joints. Okay, and then let's turn the feet out, turn the feet and the knees out, and just start to sink down into the legs, just easing into the hips and just working the hips open a little bit. And then you can just swing the arms as you do that, pushing down, just being really gentle on the knees. And then we're going to take the arms up and you're going to hold on to one wrist and just gently pull yourself across so that you get a nice stretch on the side of the body. And then we're coming back to the middle and over to the other side, just gently pulling your arm and stretching down the side of the body, and just bring the arms back down. Let's push the knees up. So you can just push one knee up across the body. Just warming up a bit more into the hips and the knees. And we'll do two more, and then bring the feet wide and start to circle through the hips. Nice big circles, and then we'll take it back in the other direction. And then let's bring the feet and the toes and the heels together and the knees together. Bend the knees, take the hands onto the knees and do some tiny little circles. So warming up into the knees, and then take the circles back in the other direction. Okay, good. So let's just keep the legs moving, pushing up the knees. You can take it into a gentle jog on the spot if you want to. Just lifting up alternate heels. So we don't want to go too crazy yet. Just ease ourselves in. Okay, and then we'll just bring the feet wide. Just take a few deep breaths here. Okay, so we're going to move into our intervals and we're going to work with two exercises. The first one is a squat variation. So just a safety point here. When you do your squats, and let's all do some basic squats together. So bring the feet a bit wider than the hips. And when you do your squats, I want you to make sure that as you bend your knees, you're pushing your hips back so that your knees stay above your ankles and they don't come too far forward. You don't want to be like this because that's really uncomfortable. and it starts to put unnecessary pressure on your knees. So really sit back into it. Just start with a few squats, just to get the feel of it. That's it, really sticking the hips all the way back. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Good, right, so our first interval exercise, we're going to do a squat, and then we're going to step the right foot in, step it out, squat down, left foot in and out. So let's just do a few of those together. Step in and squat, step in and squat. Good, couple more. So this time as you step in, bring the arms up, down as you squat. Arms up, bend the knees, bring the arms back onto the thighs, the hands onto the thighs. Okay, and then if you are a hardcore HIITster, it's my new name for you, and you've been doing this for a while, you might want to bring that knee up as you bring the arms up. It's up to you. It's an option, or you just stick with this version. Okay. Everyone okay with that? Give me some thumbs. Good. Okay, right. So we're going to do 4 30-second intervals. And I've got my fancy new bit of technology here. So let's get ready. We're going to start in just over 5 seconds. Feet wide. And let's get ready. Let's go. Stepping with the right first. Lift the arms. Stepping with the left. Good. Bend your knees in your squat. Stick your hips back. Arms up high. We're halfway. Remember, you can bring that knee up if you want. Up to you. Nearly there. Last few seconds. And rest. Okay, we've got a 30-second rest now. Make the most of it. So keep the legs moving and just see if you can regain control of the breath. So slow it down. Breathing in and out through the nose. Okay, let's get ready for our second round. Feet wide. And let's go. Squat down, step in. Squat down, step in. Reach the arms up. Bring the knee up if you want. Just a little bonus move for you. My treat. 10 seconds. Last one. And rest. Do you like the sound effects? Impressive, huh? Okay, keep breathing. Keep moving the legs. So 2 down, 2 to go. Okay, let's get ready for round 3. Bring your feet wide. And let's go. Reach up as you step in. Bend those knees as you go down into your squat. Bring that knee up if you want. Good, I can see some knees coming up. Excellent. Nearly there. And rest. Okay. Right, we've got 1 more to go. So again, just focusing on the breath now, trying to get it back under control. Okay, we're going to go again, just over 5 seconds, so let's get ready. Last round. And let's go, squat down, Stretch those arms up as you step in. Nice and deep into your squat. Or if you're new to this, maybe not so deep, and that's okay. Last 5 seconds. Da 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 da. Well done. Okay, take a break. Have a drink. Okay, right, so just take a few moments to get the breath back under control. And then we'll go into our second exercise. Okay, so we're going to do some skaters, one of my favourites. I'll show you what they look like, and then we'll break it down. So we're stepping or jumping and bending. So let me break it down for you. Again, there are options. So you step to the right, and then you step the other foot back. It's a bit like a curtsy. Curtsy, step. Ooh. And then you start to get the arms involved. So swing the arms out in front. And then, of course, you can keep it like this. Step and step. Or you can start introducing a jump. And you can start bending those knees a bit more to make it a little bit harder. Okay? Everyone okay with that one? Give me some thumbs. Okay, so same as before, 4 rounds, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So if you just start on one edge of your mat, and then we'll step across to the right. Okay, let's go, ready? And go, step. Bending the knees and then jumping across. You just got to find your rhythm, find your pace. Don't have to kill yourself, just to find a pace that feels comfortable. Get used to the movement, and then you can start to pick up the pace a bit. 5 seconds left. And rest. Okay, getting hot now. So now we're going to slow down the breath. Good breath in and out. Breathing through the nose if you can. Okay, round 2. Let's go. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. I should have really warned you that we were just about to stop. Good job, we've got the sound effects. Swing those arms, step or jump across. Keep the arms nice and long. Bend the knees as you land. Last one, and rest. And again, deep breaths. Okay. A few more seconds rest. And we're on to round 3. Round 3 is coming up. Let's come to the edge of the mat. And let's go. Let's step across. Big wide step. Swing those arms. Bend the knees. See if you can go down a bit lower. Last few seconds. And rest. Good. Okay, one more round. Okay, 10 seconds left before we move on to our final round. Let's get ready and go. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you swing the arms. Nearly there, last few seconds. And rest. It's really rewarding, that fanfare at the end, isn't it? Makes it all worthwhile. Okay, so again, just take a moment, slow down the breath, have a little rest. And have a drink of water. We're just preparing for our next interval, which is a bit further down the line. Okay. Right, so let's just come onto the mat. Bring the palms of the hands together. And you can close your eyes if you want to. Just going to slow it all down. So just relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. And slowing down the breath. And also noticing the heart rate slowing down as well. And as you're standing here, just become aware of your posture. So draw the shoulders back and down the spine. Pull the belly button towards the lower back to engage your core. Gently tuck the tailbone, clench the buttocks. Keep the knees soft but push down the legs. Taking your awareness down to the soles of your feet. Spread your toes and just connect with the ground. Get yourself nice and grounded. And hopefully we'll slow down our breathing now. Okay, let's open the eyes, bring the arms down by the side. We're going to bring the feet wide. So quite a bit wider than the hips, but so that you still feel like you're in control and not about to involuntarily do the splits. So feet pointing out, knees pointing out. We're just going to push down. So again, same as we did in the warm-up, just working into the hips here. So we're coming into a goddess squat, so a very wide squat. Still trying to keep the tailbone tucked and the back fairly straight. Let's just bring the arms down. And then we're going to inhale the arms up and stretch. Bring the hands into overhead press. You're pushing the palms together. And as you exhale, you're bringing the hands down the midline of the body, pushing down into the legs. And again, inhale, lift, straighten up the legs. Stretch here, exhale, push the palms together, push into the feet, bending the knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push down. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. One more. And now just hold at the top, and we're just going to lean across to the right to get that lovely side stretch. Take a breath in, stretch up, and exhaling over to the left. Good, come back to the middle and bring the hands down. Okay, so really getting some strength in the legs here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the right foot to the right. We're coming into our warrior stance. Right foot to the right, and then you're going to turn the back toes in slightly, push the heel out. So this back leg is nice and straight. You might find you want to widen your stance. It's just about finding your own position. So we're bending the knee here. So again, if you're new to this, you might have just a small bend. If you've been doing it for a while, you might be more like down here, trying to get parallel to the floor. So it's just finding your own level. Bring the arms out. We're going into our warrior two. So arms, we're trying to get them horizontal, parallel to the floor. Push into the legs. Your right knee, you want to try and put it back towards your little toe. So you're pulling that knee back, keeping the legs nice and strong. Imagine you're trying to stretch your mat lengthways. So really pushing down the legs into the feet. Okay, push down, hold it there. Take a couple of breaths. And if at any time you need to ease off that knee, then that's fine. You can just lift up as you breathe in and then push back down as you breathe out. We're going to turn the right palm up, and as we inhale, we're bringing the arm up into reverse warrior. So the other hand is reaching down the back leg. We're looking up towards our fingertips. So again, it's all about the strength of the legs and the balance here. See if you can bring your top hand a bit further back so you start to lean into that position. Take a breath, and then we're coming back up to warrior two. Okay, we're going to move into an extended side stretch. So you can bring your hand or your elbow onto your right knee. Just bring your other hand onto your hip. So we're looking for a lovely stretch here, down the left side of the body, all the way down to the edge of the foot. You can stay here, open up your chest towards the ceiling, or you can lift that top arm, bring it all the way up and over, so that the top of your arm, what you're aiming for is the top of the arm to gently brush your ear. And now you can look up towards your fingertips, or you can look under your arm, whatever works for you. Hold it there, and then come back up here. Good, just give that leg a break. Okay, we're going to go into triangle. You might feel that you want to move your back foot in slightly if you feel you're too wide. We're going to keep this right leg straight now. Left hand on the waist, right arm out. And we're just moving sideways. So keep the chest and the hips facing the front. And now move to your right. Imagine you're trying to grab something, stretching across the other side of the body. Bringing the right hand down onto the shin, or it might be up on the thigh, whatever works for you. So again, opening your chest up towards the ceiling. Bring that top arm up if you feel balanced enough. Otherwise, you can just keep it on your waist. So we're looking for a stretch now down the back of the right leg. And then you can keep your right hand where it is, or you can bring it in front of the leg and reach down towards the floor. Trying to keep that top shoulder pulled back and your chest open towards the ceiling. Okay, bend that right knee to come back up. Good. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, and we're going to try and flow through a little bit. Okay, so let's bend the knee and bring the arms out into our warrior two. Take a breath in. As you exhale, just settle down into that position. Turn your right palm up. Inhale, arm comes up into reverse warrior. Again, as you exhale, just settle down into the position. And then we're coming back up, hand or elbow to thigh. Other arm comes up and over into extended side angle. Stretching from fingertips all the way down to the side of the foot. And then we're going to open out the arms, straighten the right leg into our triangle. You can rest your hand on your leg, pull that top shoulder back, feel the stretch, bend the knee and come back up. Okay, good. Right, so now what we're going to do is the back heel, the left one, we're going to twist it up, bringing the heel up off the floor. We're coming into a lunge. So now you're facing the right. You'll square onto your right leg. We're going to start with the hands on the waist, bend that back knee towards the floor and lift. As you bend, just check your front knee. Again, you want to make sure it's above your ankle and not too far forward like that. So just center yourself so that your knee is above your ankle. So lift and lower. Lift up, straighten the legs, lower down. So you're going to feel this a lot in the legs. One more time, lift and lower. Good. So now this time, keep your hands on your waist, or you can bring your arms up as you bend the knees, and then down as you straighten the legs. If that throws you off balance, just keep your hands on your hips. So we're lifting the arms, bending the knees, and then coming back up. 2 more. Sink down into your lunge. 1 more. Okay, come back to the front. Give the legs a bit of a shake. Take a couple of breaths, and we're going to go on to the other side. So, chest and hips to the front. The left toes now are facing towards the left. And then the back foot, the toes are twisting in and pushing down towards your ankle. Bring your arms out. So again, we're in our warrior 2. Shoulders relaxed. So your left knee, you want to pull it back towards your left baby toe. Keep the right leg nice and straight, nice and strong. Keep shoulders relaxed. Okay, just looking down your left arm, turn the palm up. And then inhale up into your reverse warrior. Hold it here, nice and strong in the legs. Looking up towards your fingertips. Take a breath here and then exhale, coming back down. You're bringing hand or elbow onto thigh, lifting up the other arm, reaching it up over the head, opening up the chest towards the ceiling. Take a breath. As you release, just settle down into that posture and then come back up. We're going to straighten the left leg now. Right hand onto hip, left arm reaching out as you lean across to your left. And then bring your hand down to rest on your shin. Open up your chest and your top shoulder up towards the ceiling. So you can keep your hand here or you can lift. And then opening up the bottom arm, stretching from fingertips to fingertips. Hold it here, bend the knee to come up. Just ease off that leg for a moment. Okay, so let's do it one more time. And we're going to flow through this time. So arms out into your warrior 2. Look down your left arm. Turn your palm up. Inhale, arm up. To reverse warrior, leaning all the way back. Take a breath. And exhaling, coming back up. Hand or elbow onto thigh. Other arm comes up. All the way over. Stretch here. Get that lovely extended side stretch. And then we're going to straighten up the left leg, open out the arms into triangle. Keep it nice and strong in the legs. Bend the knee and come back up. Good. Okay, let's keep the feet where they are, but turn that back heel up. And just find your balance here. So this one, again, is all about finding the balance. Hands on the hips, bending that back knee towards the floor and then lifting. Bend the back knee and lift. Keep the legs strong, keep the shoulders down. Try and think about engaging your core. Okay, we're going to do a few more. You can keep your hands on your hips or lift your arms as you bend the knee. Bring the arms down as you straighten the leg. Just make sure your front knee is above your ankle. Good. 2 more. Nice and strong in the legs. 1 more. And rest. So coming back to the middle. Shaking out the legs. And then we're coming down onto the floor. Okay, right. So we're going to come onto hands and knees. And we're going to do some of our lovely cat-cow stretches to mobilise the spine. So make sure your hands are beneath your shoulders, your knees are beneath your hips. So when we do cat stretch, we're rounding the shoulders and tightening the tummy. So pulling belly button up towards the spine. And then we're going to breathe into our cow, opening up the chest, arching the back, lowering the belly towards the floor. Okay, and again, rounding the shoulders into cat, Opening the chest and lowering the belly into cow. So just work through these two positions using your breath. So ideally you're exhaling into cat and you're inhaling into cow, but please don't worry too much if that's not happening. As long as you're breathing, that's really all that matters. So just a couple more. And then we're going to step our right foot to the front of the mat. So we're going to bring the right foot in between the hands. And then see if you can just push your back knee away from you so that you feel a stretch in the left hip, the hip flexors. Okay. And just start to take a bit of movement here. You might find you want to just gently rock from side to side, just feeling that stretch. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. And then we're going to add a bit of movement into this now. So we're going to inhale, looking forward. And then as we exhale, we're just straightening our leg a bit and lowering our head towards our knee. Keep your toes down at this point. And don't worry if your leg is not completely straight, mine isn't. So inhale, look forward and sink down into the hips. Exhale, just shift your weight back, straighten that front leg and lower your head towards your knee. And a couple more times, inhaling and exhaling. Just shifting the weight forwards and backwards. And then on this, the next time that you straighten your leg, you can just bring your hands closer to you and lift up the toes. So now we're getting a very intense stretch down the back of the right leg. Try not to round the shoulders, just keep the head forward and the chest open, pulling the toes back towards you, stretching out down the back of that leg. Okay, bend the knee again, bring the hands down and step back with the right leg. We're going to take the left leg forward now, so other leg comes forward. Same thing, pushing your back knee away from you. Just hold it here for a moment, just gently rocking from side to side, just feeling that stretch now in the right hip flexor. Shoulders relaxed. So now let's breathe in as we look forward. Breathe out as we straighten that front leg. Keep the toes down, lower the head towards the knee. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Bending the knee. And then the next time you straighten the leg, let's shift the weight back and the hands come closer to the body, and then we lift the toes and feel that stretch down the back of the leg. And bend the knee. Let's step that foot back. I'm going to sit all the way back into child's pose. You might want to bring your knees across to the edges of the mat. Bring the toes together. Push the hips all the way back. If you can, sit down on your heels, and that's great. If you can't for any reason, please don't worry, just find a comfortable position. So now bring your head down to rest on the floor, if you can, and reach your arms forward so you stretch through the back and the shoulders. Okay, and then slowly coming back up onto hands and knees. Okay, we're going to tuck the toes now, and we're going to lift up into a downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, lift up the hips, bring them high, push them back. So you're aiming for an upside down V shape here. Those of you who are used to this position, you can just hang out here for a bit. You can pedal through the heels, spread your fingers wide. You're trying to get your legs straight and your heels towards the floor, but it really doesn't matter. You can start with a big bend in the knees if you need to, and then just work on stretching out the backs of the legs. And if at any time you need to rest, you can just bring your knees back down to the floor, and then when you're ready, come back up into your down dog. Okay, so from our downward facing dog, we're just going to shift our weight forward into a plank. And hold it here, nice and strong through the arms, pulling the belly button up towards the spine. Now, activate your thighs, your quads, keep your legs nice and strong and engaged. Again, if you need to rest at any point, just bring your knees down. Keep your shoulders drawn down your back, so away from the ears. Take a few more breaths here. And then we're going to lower the knees down. We're going to bend the elbows coming down onto the belly. So if you want to come straight up into Cobra, that's fine. You can do that, hold it there. Anyone who's new to this, or if you've got any back issues, you come into Sphinx. So you're going to bring the forearms down, keep the shoulders relaxed, lift up the chest, and we're starting to work into the lower back. So working with Sphinx or Cobra, which is a more of a back extension and much more intense in the arms. From here, we're going to tuck the toes again, push up onto the knees, lift the hips up into our downward facing dog. And again, let's just hang out here, pushing the heels towards the floor. Imagine you're trying to fold yourself in half, looking through your feet. And then we're going to shift the weight forward into our plank. Hold it here, nice and strong. Push down the legs, push into the arms and the hands. Lower the knees down, start to bend the elbows, coming down onto the belly. Lift into your Cobra or your Sphinx. Just gently working into the back. And then we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips, back into down dog. Good, push those hips high. Let the head hang. Imagine you're trying to push your chest towards your thighs. And let's gently and slowly lower the knees down. And just take a little break here. If you find you're feeling it in the wrists, you might want to just circle through, give the wrists a bit of a break. Okay, so we're going to go on to, we're going to do another interval here, our floor interval. And before we do it, I'm going to talk you through, we're going to just do it together first. So there's two options. First option, so let's do this together, hands and knees. You're going to bring your knees together, so they're touching. And then we're working just on the right leg, and we're going to bring the right knee to the nose, and then lift the leg up behind, so heels coming up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee and point your foot towards the ceiling. So knee to nose, and we're rounding the shoulders here, like when we do our cat pose. Heel to ceiling, arching the back, like when we do our cow pose. Knee to nose, heel to ceiling. Good. Two more times. And one more time. And rest. Shake out the wrists. Let's do the other leg. So hands come back down. This time left leg. So knee to nose. Heel to ceiling, arching the back and looking forward. Knee to nose, rounding the back. Heel to ceiling. Remember to keep your knee bent. Two more times. Knee to nose. Heel to ceiling. One more time. Good. Okay. So that's option number one. This is option number two. Okay, so please feel free to stick with number one. And if you have any back pain at all, or you start to feel yourself going like this, then you need to come back to option number one. Okay, but you can try this, see how you get on. So second option is from a plank. So you've got to be nice and strong and sturdy in your plank. So again, just working on the right leg. Again, knee to nose, and then we're just extending the leg out behind. But can you see how I'm keeping my body completely still and straight? Just using the leg, just moving the leg. One more, and rest. So you have to have a very strong plank to do this, this one. Okay, try left leg, back into your plank position. So it's essentially a three-legged plank. So left knee towards the nose, then extend it out, keeping it off the floor if you can. Keeping your plank position nice and strong, body in a straight line. Two more, one more, and rest. Okay, right, we're going to do 4 intervals. This time they're just 20 seconds long. with a 10-second break. And we are going to do, I'm going to start with option number 1, so I'm going to do it on each leg, and then I'm going to do option number 2. You can choose, you can follow me, or if you want to do the harder one, then go for it. If you want to do the easier one, then go for it. Okay, everyone okay? Good. Right, let's get ready. So hands and knees, we're going to start in just over 5 seconds. So we're working on the right leg first. So right leg, knee to nose, heel to ceiling, knee to nose. So remember, you're rounding and arching your back as you do this. Looking forward as you bring the heel up. And you're going to feel that in the lower back, in the buttock, maybe a few other places as well. And rest. Good, just circle through the wrists if you need to. Okay, left leg, let's go. Get the arms nice and strong. Nearly there. And rest. Okay, good. Right, so now stick with that option if you want, or follow me into your plank. Legs out, right leg in and out. Keep your plank nice and strong. Don't let the waist dip. Push down the left leg. Really pull that knee up towards the chest. Last one. And rest. Okay, we've got one more round. We can do this. Last one. Let's get ready. Hands down, legs out. Left leg. Pull that knee right in up towards the chest. Push into the heels of your hands. Push down the right leg. And rest. Good. Okay, well done, everybody. Right. We are going to just finish off with a little bit of core work. Okay, so let's come onto our bottom. Let's work with our boat pose. So we're going to have a big bend in the knees. Resting on the heels, just take a moment. Slow down the breath. Right. Okay, so bring your hands, your arms out straight in front, palms facing forwards, shoulders relaxed. You're just going to lean back slightly, not too far. If you find you're starting to round your back, you've gone too far. So just lean back so you can feel that core engagement. Keep the chest open, the shoulders down. Take a few breaths here. One more big breath. And then just release forward. And one more time, bring the arms up, palms facing each other, shoulders relaxed, just gently leaning back into it. Chest nice and open. So this time, so you can hold it here if this is enough, or you can twist to your to the front, putting one arm back, and then back to the middle, twisting to the other side. Palms back facing each other, and then you're pulling that arm back as you twist. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Keeping that engagement through the core, and then release forward, just stretching out the lower back. Keeping the knees bent, and just folding the chest onto the thighs. And now you can straighten out your legs, and just reach towards your toes. Pushing the knees into the floor, so you get a lovely stretch down the backs of the legs. Try to keep that nice and straight, so just lift up chest, looking forward. Okay, good. So now let's lie back and just hug the knees into the chest. And you can gently rock from side to side, just releasing any tension in the lower back. And if you want to, you can just circle through. Just taking a moment, taking a few breaths here. And then we're going to slowly roll onto our side and just push up, back up to a seated position. And just find a comfortable position. If you're not comfortable in a cross-legged position, then you can sit however feels comfortable. Relax the hands onto the knees, and then you can close your eyes or just lower your gaze down. We're just going to take just a couple of moments just to relax and enjoy that feeling of having worked really hard and then finished working really hard and relaxing at the end of it, which is always good. Basking in the glory of the hard work that we've just done. So taking a couple of nice slow breaths in and out through the nose. Just feeling the coolness of the air against your skin. And then let's bring the palms of the hands together, resting the thumbs against the sternum. And just find that space in the heart center, that feeling of calm. And just try and hold on to that for the rest of your day. And let's open the eyes. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for my first triple HIIT session. And I'll see you on Wednesday for HIIT Core.